right, what it do, what it do? It's your boy E Doc Savad. Like and subscribe. All right, we're gonna get into this little podcast, man. It's my little first podcast. Work with me, peoples. The topic that I'm talking about right now is the pro and cons of the child support system and what child support really should be doing. All right. Now, in my opinion, I think there's a lot more cons than there is pros when it comes to the child support system. But we're gonna get into some pros, right? Let's break it down. Now, holding non-custodial parents accountable is a very, very important thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you inherit financial accountability or responsibility, that you would say, to the child. Both parents should be held accountable, responsible financially for that child, which is okay, and I applaud that, being that is the motive, that is the topic, that is the objective, I should say. Now, both parents should be, financially stable. It shouldn't tilt one way or the other. And it should be like water, which it should be graduating within the person's life. So if a person loses his job or she loses her job, then it should adjust. You know what I'm saying? If they're working together, it should adjust. So that's a pro. And that is the only pro. The rest of the shit is cons. All right? Now, I ain't going to get into all the cons, but a few that I want to get into is, all right, like I was just saying, this child support system right now doesn't hold both parents accountable. Let's say, for instance, remember back then there was a guy, right? He had about 10, 12 kids or something like that. Back, I think it was like in the 70s. This when they really, after this video, this when they really came up with child support, because he had all the kids and he was just bragging about it like he don't take care of none of his kids, right? So they come up with this system, the child support system. Look it up, man. Do your own independent research. You can find this out, right? With that being said, okay, there was a lot of things going on back then in the 70s, which if you look back at the 70s, is just like today. Black people were poor. You know what I'm saying? To put it simple. Black people were getting beat and killed by the cops back then, to put it simple. All right? But anyway, the cons, like I said, it's not holding both parents accountable. This dude went out, in the 70s, went and had mad kids and didn't take care of them. Why isn't the child support system set up to where if the female is out here having mad kids, this would hinder them. They would have to pay, some kind of child support or do some kind of community service or whatever, because you out here having kids. Now, I don't know I can't say what kind of program right now, because that's going to be into what we should do. All right. So now another con is the lack of the non-custodial parent, right? No programs to help the non-custodial parent. It's crazy how you can have a whole program set up, right? You got a whole system set up for child support, but it's really not helping the child. It's really not. The most important thing that a child needs in its life, it's not money. It's the time that the parent will be able to take care of their child. Time is more important than money. Money is very important. But the time with the child, the time spent with the child, raising a child, teaching a child, is way more important than the money. There are no programs. All right? Lack of fathers. Most of a lot of these fathers that's on child support, guess what they doing? They running away. Bringing further distance between them and their child. Less time spent with their child. Less ways of raising that child, and less ways of teaching that child right in ways. Now these kids, most of the kids that don't have their father in their life, they end up in jail. You know, a lot of them, especially the boys, they end up violent. This is studied. This is proven. Do your own independent research. All right. So we have to have programs, right? All right. So now another con is most of it is low income fathers that's getting locked up or time up, you know, on the run, not seeing their child. And another con is you're sending the parent, the non-custodial parent. There are parents out there that legitimately cannot pay their child support. There are situations that happen. You lose your job and everything. You send that non-custodial parent to jail. You do not pause the payments while this person is in jail, which actually it collects interest while the person is in jail, further taking the time away. Now when this person gets out of jail, they have this criminal record, and it's going to be hard for them to find a job, which this system is, the way that this system is set up, that is not helping the child. It's not helping the parent, then it's not helping the child. If you're not helping the parent, you're not helping the child, right? No, I mean, I want to get into something that they should do, because we want to be progressive here, right? And like I said, I preluded to it in the beginning of this podcast. I said we should be holding both parents accountable. Holding both parents accountable. Right? That means a female that, if you just had a baby, y'all young, the first thing you do is go get on child support. No. If you get on child support and you don't have no job or nothing like that, you need a job. It should be a program to where they give you a job. They give the non-custodial parent a job. They have the program to where off the non-custodial's work, the time that he's working at this job, that money is going towards his child support. Helping him, giving him programs to where he can go to find living places to live and things like that. Because a lot of times, they take child support out and they don't give a damn whether you are living off of whatever you living off of, So there should be a program to where both parents, if you getting on child support, all right, if the mother's getting on child support, that means she's not financially stable, right? It means she needs help financially. So yeah, you throw the other person on child support, which legally requires them to go to this program and get work here and work out of this or at this job, which is not for no corporation, it's for the community. So you out here doing community work to pay off your child support. Now, depending on what kind of community work you're doing, you're getting paid a certain amount. So just like these unemployment agencies should be child. Yes, what I was saying was these child support agencies should be These work unemployment agencies and child support agencies should be work agencies, to where you are working at this agency and you are making money to support your child. And both, and this way, both parents would be required to live in the same state, live in the same state, and you don't, well, I wouldn't say you would have to work in the same state, but you would have to work at the in the program. You would have to be on this program. I wouldn't say work in the same state, but you would have to go into the child support program. Once you apply for child support, you would have to go into the program, either state that you in. So it would be one big thing, you know. All right, it will be one system like it's set it up now. But as it's set up now, different states have different rules. Different rules apply in different states. Some states are more firm on child support, some states are not. You know? My point is, you should have it to where both parents are being held accountable. I think once you set that system up to where once either parent applies, men or woman or man apply for child support work, your money goes to, that percentage of your money goes to child support, and you are required to work a certain amount of hours to cover your child support. So therefore you can maintain or do other things in your life. So if you want to do your own, you know, business or whatever, set your own business up aside, do another job or whatever, you can do that. But just like you have community service time set by the courts, yes, once you apply for child support, you have to work at that job. And the man, let's say the man is getting paid more at a certain job. Let's say he's getting paid more at a certain job rather than working at that job. He's still whatever. He'll still have to. He's still required to work at this child support agency. Now, if he doesn't show up to do the hours of child support, yes, that's what it said. And it's a reasonable thing. It's not based off the person's income. It's not based off it's a reasonable set amount that a child needs to survive. So this way, you're not working 40 hours at community service. No, you're doing like 8 to 10 hours a week. You know, something like that, according to how severe your child support is, or what you have set up, because it's different levels or whatever. But either way, if you set it up to where you're helping the parents, there will be less fatherless child, less single parents, there will be more productivity with the child, because it's proven, do your own research, that it's proven with both parents involved in a child's life, this child is smarter, learns easier, happier, and has more drive and vision as to what this child wants to be. Now, that all really sums it up. I'm gonna end this on this note. Every parent should be held accountable. Both parents should be held accountable. That's my whole point of this child support podcast. Like and subscribe to my channel at edocsavad35 Instagram. Hit me up, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. And Thanks for your support.